This is the Chat City interviews from 103.2 Preston FM.
Now, using the internet to purchase goods or services saves considerable time and effort and also presents you with the widest choice. There are, as we know, however, risks associated with online shopping, and you need to take care with what you are buying, from whom, and how you pay for your purchase. And we've just been told that over Christmas and New Year, it has been the most demanding time for people buying online. Lots of the shops have declined in their sales over Christmas and New Year, whilst they've actually increased their percentage with online sales. So we know lots of people who are doing it, but you do have to be careful. And somebody who has had an issue is our very own Dave Gilson. So Dave, a very good morning to you.
Good morning. What a beautiful piece of music that was as well.
I know, I've not heard it for ages and I just love that piece of music.
Yeah.
So, what happened to you? Because I know you had a online issue.
Yeah, I got hacked on Christmas Day of all days. Thank you very much, hacker.
Nice day, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
I didn't even know I'd been hacked till I got a text message from my co-presenter, Sean Baker, who said, do you know about this scam that's going around involving you? And I went, pardon? As you do. And I said, no. So I went online and there was a message from Phyllis, who is another one of our presenters, asking me to get in touch with her urgently. So I thought, oops, what have I done wrong now? And it turned out that I'd been hacked and a strange message was going around all my email contacts. And I've got email contacts, about 350 of them, from musicians to writers, poets, colleagues here on Preston FM, Lancashire Constabulary, hospitals, a whole gambit of people. And they've all had this email saying that I'd been mugged in Kiev.
Right.
And
I also had one, didn't I? Yeah, I got a copy. Yeah.
Yes. I've got the actual message in front of me, and if you don't mind, I'll just quickly read it out. It says, good morning. My family and I made an unannounced trip to Kiev in the Ukraine for Christmas. The Christmas program was successful, but our journey has turned sour. Everything was going fine until last night when we were mugged in an alley by a gang of thugs on our way back from shopping. All valuable things, including cell phones, were stolen off us. Quite honestly, it was beyond a dreadful experience for us, but looking on the bright side, we weren't seriously hurt or injured, and we are still alive, so that's what is important. I've reported it to the authorities here and cancelled our cards. I have really having some difficulties clearing our hotel bills, and also need to pick up a voucher ticket at the counter for us to catch a flight back home as soon as possible. All we need right now is £1,750, but anything you can spare, pending when we get things straightened out, will be appreciated, and I promise to refund you as soon as we arrive back home safely. Let us know what you can do so I can tell you how to get the money to us. We are depressed at the moment. God bless you, Dave and Sean. Now, anybody who knows me, Sean is a dear friend of mine and fellow presenter here on Preston FM, but we're not in a relationship apart from work and stuff like that. So, no disrespect to Sean, but I don't think I would take her to Kiev. I have been to Kiev many, many times when I was working with International Aid Trust, which is a local charity. But this is a scam, utterly, and
So the purpose of people sending that scam was to maybe people would have fell foul of sending money to them, but also that anybody who got the email, when they opened the email, they would have access to the contacts of the people who they'd sent the email to, presumably.
Well, there was also a worm attached to it, which is a virus. And what a worm does, it does what worms do, wriggle about all over the place, and they get into your system, and then that spreads to all your contacts as well. So I rang BT, who are my service providers for my phone and my broadband, and told them what had happened. They were extremely helpful, and they said, right, here's what we do. We will check to find out, because I'd lost all my email contacts. That list had disappeared. So they very carefully went through my system with me, and they said, well, what we need to do is take control of your computer, and so we can find out where it's gone wrong. And they went into there's bits and pieces inside computers beyond most people's comprehension. And they found out that an alternative email had been added to my email list. So what I had to do was reintroduce my second email account back into the system and delete the viral one. So BT were extremely helpful, and they have a couple of numbers that you can ring, which is 0800 800 150, which gets you through to the basic BT.
And I take it, is that for anyone, or you have to be a BT customer?
This is for BT customers, and then there's also 0800 111 4567, which gets you through to their tech team. If you're on Sky, their number is 08442 411 653. If you're on Virgin, and they decline to give any help because for security reasons, and their number is 0845 840 7777. If you're on a mobile phone, and mobile phones are just as equally likely to be hacked, I did speak with the Free network, and they were extremely helpful.
Right.
And their number is, if you're speaking from your handset, it's 333, obviously. But the advice from 3 is, if you feel you've been hacked, don't dial from your handset. Ring from a landline, which is 0843 373 3333, and that is Monday to Friday 8 till 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 a.m. till 8 a.m. And there's also a place called the Action Fraud website, which is if you go into your favourite search engine and just type in Action Fraud, that will give you an absolute mine of information about fraud of every kind. And if their advice is, if you get these fraudulent emails that you suspect may be scams, print them out so that you have a hard copy of it, and then delete it. If you suspect that fraud has taken place, so maybe one of your friends has actually sent money to these people, then obviously you dial 101, which is your local constabulary's number, and they will take further action from them. So your first port of call is obviously your service provider, and then your next port of call is Action Fraud. And then if you suspect, as I said, that a fraudulent action has actually taken place, then you ring your local constabulary. And also you can also go to Citizens Advice Bureau, and they've got a mine full of information there as well. But a word of caution is, if you get on my email system, I have emails coming in and they go into my normal email box or my spam. If I get an email from somebody that is a band or a singer or songwriter, occasionally that will go through to my spam. And then what I will do, if I see that there, I'll go onto their website and say, have you just sent me an email? If they say, no, we haven't, then it's deleted. If you suspect that something is not right with an email that you get, please do not open it. Delete it straight away, because it could lead you to being either hacked or your account being, all your money taken out of your bank account. It has happened to a lot of people. From what I can gather from Lancashire Constabulary, who were extremely helpful with information that they gave me, there are certain times of the year where things like this do take place frequently. Obviously just before Christmas, and in the period of time that we are now, just after Christmas, they kind of have a blank spot. The Christmas week itself tends to quieten down a little bit. And then just before Easter, and just after Easter, and just before the summer holidays start, and at the end of the summer holidays. So there's those kind of periods where this kind of activity kind of takes off a little bit, but obviously it goes on 24/7, 52 weeks in the year. There's no rest for
people are hacking.
Yes, but the advice from all the people that I've spoken with, which is the service providers, Lancashire Constabulary and Action Fraud, is be vigilant. If you suspect something is not right on your computer when you open your email account in the morning, or whenever it is you log onto your emails, if you suspect something is not right, please do not open it. Just delete it straight away.
Cheers, thanks Dave. I'm going to play a piece of music before we end, but thanks for coming in and telling us about that.
You're welcome.
And also, if you're going online to purchase things, as we were mentioning, more people than ever shopping online. There is also a site that will give you good information of the things to be aware of, the risks, and about safe shopping. And that's if you go to the website Get Safe Online. So if you go to Get Safe Online, it's free expert advice. And as I say, it gives you all the tips about the risks and safe shopping. And Dave's back at 2 o'clock.
I am, yes.
Cheers. Thanks, Dave.
Busy day today.
If you've got a story or an event that you'd like to talk to Huey about, why not email us at studio@preston.fm.